Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo. Welcome to my universe. Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. Your daily dose of tech news, gadget views, and other stuff the world can use. What? Yeah, this is my AT-AT driver hoodie. You want the hood up? Okay, the hood's up now. Can I move on with the video? Actually, I don't think I can continue with this video so long as I'm wearing the hood because I can't see a thing through this helmet. And yes, I realize it's not really a helmet. Alright guys, seriously, I can't screw around today because I have to unbox these, the Kindle Fire HD and the Kindle Fire HD 8.9. I'm not going to unbox them in this video, but I'm going to be doing the unboxing live on YouTube after I record this video, although you may have already watched that video. These will be unboxed today in this channel. But Chris, why didn't you tell me before now? I did tell you on Friday and then over the weekend and in today's vlog and on Twitter and Facebook and Google Plus throughout the day. Plus, I sent out a push notification to all the people using the Locker Gnome app free on iOS or Android, with our top user today being AwkwardJosh95. Do you use Instagram? You should, if only to follow me, because I am giving away my iPad mini on Christmas Day to one of you. Follow me on Instagram and then stay tuned for directions. I know you look forward to when I post my thoughts on new gadgets, but one thing you should never do is trust laptop and tablet reviews. Yeah, we posted that on lockergnome.com. And yes, I do laptop and tablet reviews. So why would we say such a thing? Because sometimes there's a big difference between how I use something and how you use something. When you can get your hands on a device, that spells all the difference in the world. I mean, how many reviews have you read or maybe even watched of a product or a service, or let's say even something as simple like a movie, and then you experienced it yourself and had a completely different experience? If anything, you should look at more than one review and then put all those reviews together to get an idea of whether or not a product or service is going to suit you. And no, you don't need to suit up in a Star Wars hoodie to do that. And speaking of tablet reviews, I gotta work on my Google Nexus 10 product review this week. You guys want that? Seriously, do you want me to review it? Because I won't if you don't. Home Aquaponics Kit. Self-cleaning fish tank that grows food. Well, that's kinda neat. Except for that cord hanging off the back of it. It's one hell of a geeky ecosystem. I don't know if I would necessarily be able to take care of the fish in the water, though, because, well, I'm not a very good fish owner. When I was a kid, I had some goldfish, and they died quickly. And Diana claims to this very day that hers disintegrated in water overnight. So what's happening here? The fish, they poo and they pee, and all that wastewater gets broken down by beneficial bacteria into nutrients. Makes sense to me. What else are you gonna do with fish poop? Shifting gears, let's move back to Windows 7 from Windows 8 without really trying. One of our authors realized that the Windows 8 computer he now uses for most purposes has slowly morphed back into Windows 7, even though it's still Windows 8. Instead of keeping a separate identity like musical instruments would, the 8 machine now operates and looks like a normal Windows 7 computer. So if you want 8, but you still want 7, there's a way. And apparently, Sherman figured it out. Although you gotta wonder, if you really wanted 7, why would you have 8? Just stick with 7. What's 8 bringing you that 7 doesn't have? Oh, sure, faster boot times, and yes, the live tiles, but at what cost? My number one suggestion for people who are switching from one operating system to another is to treat that other operating system like a completely different OS, because in many cases, it is. OS 10 works because I don't treat it like Ubuntu. Ubuntu works because I don't treat it like Windows. It's kind of like me watching Star Trek when I really want to watch Star Wars. And we all know that Star Wars is better than Star Trek. You're looking for new content? Possibly even to be inspired to create new content, and I know some of you are because you ask me all the time, Chris, how do you do what you do? Well, try finding content the easy way with Soovle. This single search portal is an aggregate of leading sites, and then it basically helps you find what's hot. So this service essentially acts as an aggregator of sorts to help you find, well, popular stuff. If you've been happy with meta search tools before, maybe Soovle will make you happy too. One thing that made me happy over the weekend was earning another $10 Amazon gift card for free by using go.tagjag.com/free slots. I'm spinning again for free coins that add up to get gift cards and free applications. Go.tagjag.com/free slots. I have, whoa, 10,000 spins left? I hope I don't get a sprain. New York touchscreen kiosks set to augment payphone booths. The service certainly sounds smart, but apparently it needs improvement. I like the idea of information kiosks, but the thing is that my information kiosk is right here. Have you ever used a touchscreen computer in public that you were impressed with? Usually the only ones I see have crashed. Back in the day, we needed payphones. It was like a dime per call, and now what? It's $1.50? No thank you. Are you a kid at heart, or do you have kids? Well, take a look at iTikes. It turns your iPad or iPhone into a toy. While I certainly appreciate my iOS devices, I gotta hand it to Amazon for Kindle free time for kids. Amazon can turn your Kindle into a kid tablet without needing to buy a new kid tablet. And there's Kindle Free Time Unlimited, which is what it sounds like it is. Unlimited movies, TV shows, apps for kids on the Kindle. Here's a contest to build apps that inform, educate, and empower women everywhere. appstoempower.org. If you're a developer and you have an idea that could empower women, check it out. All right, you Trekkies, I'll admit it, Star Trek is nice too, especially knowing that technology like the Tricorder will be available at the end of 2013. The product's called Scanadu Scout, and it's going to be very affordable. Some equipment, in conjunction with an application, will tell you if you're sick and what you're sick of. Microsoft leaks references to Office Mobile for iPhone, Excel for iPad, and PowerPoint for iPad. Well, we knew that was coming. Microsoft sells software. What does it matter what device you use, so long as you use the device that can use the software that they have? Come on, is this really that much of a shock? The writing was on the wall. Of course they were going to have Office for the iPad and iPhone. Why not? 25 GPU cluster cracks every standard Windows password in less than 6 hours. Yikes. Trent Reznor to launch streaming music service in partnership with Beats by Dre. I had some Beats for a while, and then they broke. Detained John McAfee sells life rights for movie and TV. I'd almost be afraid to watch it in fear that it would install something on my television to make it such that I could never avoid seeing it again. Our question of the day is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. Use the coupon code 599Chris when you check out to get those 3 domains for $5.99 a piece. And the question is, should I stay with Windows 7 or switch to Windows 8? My response is what it would have been before I had tried Windows 8, and that is, do you really need to upgrade to Windows 8? I mean, you need to upgrade to Windows 8. The only reason I could see someone needing to upgrade to Windows 8 is if they had a touchscreen PC. Yeah, that's right. I called the iPad a touchscreen PC because it has a touchscreen and it is a personal computer. And iOS is optimized for touch. Just like Windows 8, specifically the live tiles, the modern UI, whatever you want to call it, has been optimized for touch. All right, it's about 15 minutes before I got to do that unboxing of the Amazon Kindles, so I'm going to go ahead and let you go, but let me just say before I do, thank you so much for your support. We appreciate the comments, the shares, the likes, the engagement that you guys drive to us, because we can't do this without you. Thanks. We'll E you later. I say we'll E you later. You know, E with a 3-finger salute like a Control-Alt-Delete. You guys remember that 3-finger salute?